Fundamental Ascension, easily accessible exercises. You can be atheist. You can, sometimes a skeptic who's willing to try is better than a devotee who just swallows anything raw, because they'll fall for anything, right? And that's why we're taking you back to a skeptical level where it's okay to be skeptic. It's the red light, the source is breaking apart into the colors of the rainbow, and the lowest color is red, right? And so we start at red. The lowest vibration, still very mystic. Oh, this is very mystical. Do not think for one moment that this is any less important. And we have great, here you can have visions. Oh yeah, totally. This is kind of where it all starts. This is where people say, oh, in my tailbone, that's where it started. And I felt it coiling in my tailbone. I was like, oh shit, this is the Kundalini. Likewise, many people say, oh, I felt so heavy. And then I had to lay down. And then I started vibrating and I was taken out of body. So this goes to the highest level, guys. This goes to the highest level. But it is considered the basics because these are accessible to all. And we are looking at something easy today. We're going to start with this practice, okay? Visualize sports. So maybe you do sports. This is a great way. Personally, I do martial art. It's very easily accessible for me. So I visualize what I do. And here you'll see what we mean about safety and relaxation. That the more you relax, the better you feel, the more calm, the easier it is to visualize the activity. And they have done studies on this in psychology. I've also studied psychology, right? Many years I studied psychology. And, they did this with basketball, hitting the hoop, hitting the basket. Those who visualized it, the group that visualized it, they went and they tried to hit the hoop. Every time they got more goals. So it had a measurable, quantitative effect. I don't have the source on top of my head, but Google Scholar is your friend. It is very, very well known. Very well documented, easily replicable experiment in psychology. Google Scholar is your friend here. But also something that I've noticed that I think anyone can feel today, in the next hour, within the next hour, you can have this experience. Is that you go down and you visualize the sports, and maybe you do basketball, and you visualize the situation that you're in play. And they come and they want to take your basketball. It's like, get away! I'm gonna outperform you and get past you, and I'm gonna hit that sweet goal. Or if you're like me, you're there, I'm jumping there, I see you, we're doing the martial art. It's like, I come and I attack. When you do that, maybe, or if you keep on trying, and you'll see what we mean about at this level, that relaxation and safety, you have to get there first. When you do that, for me, I'm going to do that martial arts kick, and I visualize myself doing it, and all of a sudden, my leg moved. Who is moving my leg? I didn't mean to do that. Very mystic, even at this level. And it's one of those experiences. Many people come out and say, I've had that experience. Yes, but it's mystic. It's very mystic. Okay? Who moved your leg? So this is going to take us to the next exercise, which is called the Kill Bill Wiggle Your Toe exercise. It's when Beatrice, she wakes up from coma, she looks at her legs, she cannot move her legs. She does not remember how to move her legs. And then she looks at her toe and she says, I'm gonna wiggle my toe. And she does it again and again, and then finally it wiggles. And I'm telling you, this is something you can do as well. But it's not, it's not like when you wiggle your toe normally. It's the awareness of it. It makes the toe, you relax, you feel safe. Awareness goes into the toe, it becomes warm, it starts vibrating, and then your toe wiggles. This you can have very soon, within an hour you can do this. And you can also do the opposite, which is to make yourself become, like your nerve system, you think it's in your body. You think that sympathetic nerves is in your body. Oh, it can be very visual. And this experiment we've done many times in psychology. We do it every year. You cannot be a psychology student at bachelor level and not do this. And we take you, and then we hide your hand. And then we take a plastic hand, and we touch your hand, and we touch the plastic hand. Oh, I'm touching your hand. And you're starting to believe that the plastic hand is your hand. And it gets so incredibly real. Part of you is just embracing this new body part. It's just embracing the prosthesis in such a way. It's very mystical. And likewise, we have the Dr. House episode practice. It's the mirror in a box. Have you heard about this? Mirror in a box. When veterans come home, it's like, oh, I have phantom pains. It hurts so bad. My phantom pain. Oh, it's so bad. You give them the mirror box. Very famous, very documented, very scientific. Very skeptic. You can be super skeptic and do this. And we show them their arm in the box. And we say to them, now your arm is back. Now your arm is back. Let go. And they are so certain their arm is back, and they let go. It's like, immediate relief. In my phantom pain is gone. My phantom pain is gone, they say. Many times we do this, and it's very successful. Cure many people this way. And so what is that? I mean, I thought my body was over here. Well, what about this? Now my body part is gone. I cannot move it. I see it in the mirror. Now I can move my arm again. That's go. Where's my body, man? Holy shit, this is tripping me out, bro. Oh shit. Wow. Wow. So you don't have to come here and be like a devotee. No, you come here and be a skeptic. It's fine. We got the research. I got you, man. And then you can program a dream. Yeah, have you heard about this? You can program a dream. Yeah. One night I wanted to dream about a specific person. Many days I went, I want to dream about this person. And then one night I dreamt about the person. Takes a little bit longer, but I doubt it will take longer than a month. I really doubt it will take longer than a month. Then maybe, I want to be in a castle. And then you dream about the castle. You can program a dream. What's that all about? Jeez, man. I'm in an entire world. Man. Holy shit, this is tripping. I'm tripping balls just dreaming. What is that? Yeah? So you can be a skeptic. You can be complete atheist, still come here and have these dreams. Like sober, completely sober. No alcohol required. So what we do here, I don't know, man. I'm not in the rainforest. I don't have these ayahuascas, man. No problem. We got you. I got you, right? Now, a next level of satisfaction in meditation. Suka, right? This is a Buddhist concept. Very mystic. Must be a monk, must be in the Himalayas and to do this one. No. Psychology experiment. We took a pencil and put it in the participant's mouth. They did it, and all of a sudden they started rating funny comics higher. The people, have you heard about this one? Again, Google Scholar is your friend. Very famous experiment in social psychology and everything. Very famous psychology. They gave them pencils and they bite the pencil. So now they are smiling they're using the same muscles, but they're not even smiling. They're not adding to it with their psyche. Just the muscle. And then they look at the comics, and the people with the pencil in their mouth for 5 minutes, they say, that comic was funnier. I rate it 7 out of 10. And the people with no pencil in the mouth, it's like, this is just a 4. So this is enacting a level of satisfaction in meditation. That is Suka. That is the goal of Buddhist meditation. It's at a very low fundamental level, but it's just enough so that if you're a skeptic, you can still get it. Yes, you can still get it. No need to be like these people in the self-help industry. They come and take all your money and then you have nothing. Also in religion, many times they come and they take all your money. No need to. No, I don't do that here. You don't have to do that. This is for free advice. This is basic, very accessible to everybody. So what you do is that you sit down, legs crossed, maybe even wear some of those capes. You got some drapes. You got some drapes in your closet. You're gonna tuck yourself around in some towels. And it's like, and then you enact a level of satisfaction in meditation. You decide how subtle this is gonna be. If it's a visualization meditation, I don't care. All I care about is that you create within yourself a level of happiness that is completely your own choice. That's nirvana. It means liberty. Okay, you have to start somewhere. I'm not saying that this is the ultimate samyak bodhikaya, that this is like ultimate awakening. I'm just saying, no, basic fundamentals that you get, that you know the fundamentals of the movement, the basics of it. Visualization of your body with your eyes closed. This is just a framework, okay? So we use Zen Buddhist meditation. You find that wall, you look at it, and then you relax. Remember, you must be relaxed to do this. And you put now your hand on the wall, and you look at the middle wrinkles of your middle finger knuckle. You look at that intensely, and you breathe in, and oxygenates your eyes, and you look at that on the white wall. This is wall gazing meditation as our method, but we're adding this to it to get our body to look at our body. And then you close your eyes, but you keep your eyes at the same placement, and because of that you get an after image, and the white wall will be black, and then you'll see your own hand. And this is the start. This is just a way to kind of trick yourself into seeing your body with your eyes closed. Now, if you already have an activity such as Kata, doing martial arts pattern forms as they're called, very easy. You just do movement. You probably already have this without knowing it. And what you do then, very simply, is to buy yourself small headphones and quality blindfold. Very cheap on eBay, very cheap on AliExpress, very cheap on Amazon is also used very frequently. And I like to get those that are not entirely flat, but they have those pillows around them that block out the side. I like that. That's what I have. I think they are the best. And they're very cheap. Yeah. And if you look around, you can find for very cheap, and it's the same quality. It's just so good. And that's what I use. And I do it while doing yoga. And there are positions in yoga, like when you go from warrior and then both hands forward, so one hand is behind you, and you just look at that with your blindfold and the eyes closed, and you move your hand while looking at it, and you do that many times. All of a sudden you can see your hand, but that requires faith. None of that bullshit here. What I just told you, it's an after image, right? It's the same trick. It's the after image. It's because your eyesight does that thing. It's very scientific. Oh my God, you can be so atheist and still do this. But I've come a little bit further, so I'm just telling you. But you don't have to believe that. Buy something, small headphones and quality blindfold. Yes, now we've gone through everything. Yeah. And so if you want to go a little bit more mystic, then get into the Sushumna energy, the radiating upwards and downwards line that goes through all the chakras. In the Muladhara, we have a practice. It's very simple. It's feeling the weight from the crown into the foot if you're standing, or the weight from your crown into the floor if you're seated. So that can feel very good. If you say have a good heartbeat going, say you just did some martial art, now you're very mystic, master of martial arts. You sit down and you feel the weight from the crown into the floor when you sit with your legs crossed, right? And you need nothing, no need for a Padmasana here. This is even better with your legs crossed, because this is basic level. This is just red. We've not come all the way up into the 1,000-petal lotus. This is accessible to everybody. And when you do that, you kind of feel everything, and you feel the blood flies. It feels good. It feels good. It just feels really good, yeah. And it feels safe, and you feel warm, even though your heart rate is pretty high. So this makes it more accessible, and you don't have to be too relaxed or have, just as you relax, have nothing. Now you're anchoring it in such a way that it has nothing to do with if the body is pumping blood fast, so that's something you do right there. It's very scientific. Oh my God, you can be complete skeptic and still get this one. Now, if you want to go even further, then or you simply don't have much time, again, gateway experience. I was gonna say Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, 112 Ways of the Yogi. Okay, that's a very old book. It contains 112 meditations. It's gonna take you all the way. But I've looked at the gateway experience, and I think about the person who doesn't have much time, only 40 minutes. I'm gonna have to go with the gateway experience, man. Like, it's $1 million program. It's $1 million program. 40 minutes with many different techniques, and it follows you through many stages, very detailed. It's a very long course, and it's for free on YouTube. Come on, I have to say that this is the best. I have to. It's meant to take you all the way, and you can do this at your own pace. Good luck trying to get Sadhguru to do 40 minutes personal guided sadhana whenever you want, every day, 24/7. It's gonna cost you a fortune, right? You're probably not going to get him to do that, even if you gave him all the money in the world, because he's thinking, no, I have to teach the masses. It would be impossible. But you can get the gateway experience. You can get Robert Monroe. You can get the shared economy of United States of America, hidden CIA project, fantastic meditation program for special agents, for creating those psychic super duper agents. You're gonna have to go with that one 100% of the time. It's so good, you just have to take it. And then some disclaimers. I'm gonna end with some disclaimers, and that's the 3 lower chakras. So that will be the red, the orange, and the yellow. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipura is very self-help, hallelujah oriented. These are connected with that, and the people who do and perform well here will have good lives, and they can live and not start doing higher things before at the end of their life, when basically on their deathbed, because they have such good basics. You can just bam on those ones. But so just because it's gonna be a little bit like that doesn't mean that that's as far as it goes. It goes all the way. It takes you all the way to Moksha, baby. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay, and we're gonna go through them. But I just gotta have to be honest with you. It's like my current level, I am not aware the entire sleep cycle. I am aware some of the sleep cycle. Sometimes I do wake-induced. Sometimes I do astral projecting. But it's considered you're not fully aware. You're not fully Bodhi. Buddha, you're not fully that before you remain aware at all times. Even in the delta sleep, you must remain aware. So I just want to admit that I'm not aware in my lowest delta sleep. I don't do that, okay? Not yet. And furthermore, I am very familiar with entheogens. So yes, I know the Sapo, I know the Tuturas, I know the trip reports, I know the Salvias. I know all that stuff. I don't. It's the access, and it's also the legalities. It's horrible, because people are dying needlessly in the street of things that could easily be cured. And I know the research because I've done psychology, and it's just a sad sight to see that they don't get help. And I'm very aware of the problems there. But ultimately, I don't. It's not a topic I enjoy because it's there's so much political stuff around it, and I really would recommend Leo Gura. And he's more of the not grounded type. And then to ground yourself, I'd say Adaptus Psychonautica YouTube channel. Those two YouTube channels, yes. So they argue with each other, but it's like Adaptus Psychonautica, very anti-hallelujah. Leo Gura is all about the the experience, I'd say. So it's not the place to go if you want to be grounded. So the complete conflict there. Use both. It's like two opposing forces, and then you find your little middle way in the middle. And then I absolutely revere dreaming. Many people will like, no, dream is not, it's nothing special. No, we're not here. That absolutely mystical experience. Absolutely important that you get in touch with that. Absolutely important that you start working on that. It can take you all the way. It can take you all. That's in many ways that's the original religion. That's the original religion. The child grows up. What was that? Oh, that was just a dream. No, dreams are. This is your connection to. This is one of your connections to the divine. You're inseparable from divine, but it's very clear when you dream that there's something more going on. And just because it's not rare, you can get it every night, does not mean that it's not precious. Okay. And also, just want to disavow, this is my last disclaimer, I just want to disavow attainment is cope, right? So, I had big problem, then I let it go, didn't solve it, I just stopped caring about it. Sometimes that happens naturally, usually that's no big deal. But when you actually want to solve it, and it's like, you need Jesus. No, you need just read the Quran. It will fix everything. I read it. It didn't fix anything. Well, did you just learn Arabic and read it again? They see. It's like, did you know that Jesus was actually Muslim? It's like they see me trolling. They hate him. There's a lot of trolling going on with those communities, and it's like, just let go, you're meant to solve, be able to be liberated, which is the meaning of moksha nirvana, and it's the freedom to actually do what you please and have the solution to your problems. And when it's not like that, it's just bad, man. It's just bad. And then next time we're gonna do rehab, lumbar bulge, disc bulging in the spine. And that's something very practical at this level, which is gonna be a nice transition into Swadhisthana, which is above the Muladhara chakra. And this time, this was a longer video, almost 30 minutes. So this is like, you go and you wash your room or do the dishes or something. Yes, that's very important with this video, because no pictures here, just listening. Sometimes we're gonna have to rant. Yeah, sometimes I'm just gonna have to get it off my chest.